In this video, we are going to learn about shapes, colors, and in the end, I'm going to use oil as well in this video. Watercolor will be also present in this video. If you want to see watercolor, it will be a small portion, but I am definitely sure that small portion will going to help you as well. Okay, and right now I'm just creating orange kind of over here. Okay, so this is going to be my orange. So right now I'm going to teach you about shadow and little bit of shading. Okay, so the light is coming up from here, this angle. I'll just make some light. My pen is not working. So light is coming from here. Okay, so if the light is coming from here, light will touch over here, and then in this area will be the darkest. Okay, and if the light is coming from here upside, so the shadow is also going to be below of that object. Okay, I have just created a little bit big because in perspective, if you go, I'm just this not painting is not about perspective, but I'm going to tell you. So it is going to be something like this. So yep, okay, so it was correct. Okay, so this is going to be the shadow. Okay, the light. So now I'm going to hatch it a little bit. Now, pen hatching takes a little bit of time, but I am doing this because this is my learning videos. I learn myself in these videos, and I teach also, because I from very, what should I say, from a very child, when I was very young, I have always did this kind of things, that I teach myself to understand the stuff more better, and this is also a practice phase to me, and maybe this phase helps you, and this is wrong, entirely wrong. I have to work more harder next time. So I'm just leave this, and I will show you with pencil a little bit. As I told you, the light is coming from this area, so the light is hitting over here. So the rest area is going to be little bit darker. I'll just erase because my fault, I just merged it. Okay, so then the depth keeps increasing. So the depth I will increase over here. And this is the shadow. Shadow. Okay, so if it is a circle, right now this I'm teaching you in the form of circle. Now I will do little bit of watercolor for understanding when I will use colors over here. So this thing will help me to understand little bit of colors and forms. Okay, so as I told you, light is coming from upstairs, So some area will be white. Okay, then it will be orange because we are drawing orange, then red because no it is now in this area where I'm using red, so you can understand the depth is coming to the object. Okay, then I'm going to use crimson red for little bit depth in this object. So after using that, I'm going to use purple. So it is going to be like this. Let me use little bit more depth to give this a sharper look, and over here as well. So yeah, this is going to be how we are going to color this orange. Okay, so let's do that then. So in this I'm going to do little bit of blending, and last you have seen the video before this, if you might have seen, you might have seen I use patchwork, but in this I'm going to use blending. Blending in colors means blending you might have done in charcoal and all, but in this blending is little bit different. It is like all of my works are like you have to see from little bit far away. So in this I will blend, so you can see as close as you come, it will be as real as it is. In patchwork it is mostly like as far as you go it will look real, but in blending it is like as you can watch it from whichever angle, it will look realistic only. So that is the difference between the art I do and art I don't. So this kind of art I really don't like, because I like to throw some patch in that, because it makes me a good artist maybe, but I really love throwing patches in my work. Yes, I will say that throwing patches, you are just destroying your colors a lot, but you should know when to throw a patch. So right now it is going quite well. Just washing my brush, and you know what, I'm using the wrong brush for blending, because these kind of brushes that I'm using right now is for patchwork only, but I really don't have any bending brush right now, so this is the only brush I can use with. I have, but it is very small, as you can see. It is visible, and now it is. So this is the only brush which is good for blending, and I don't want to use it right now, because making this video as long as it is, by using that brush it will be more longer, so I'm not using that brush. But still doing with small brush, it is very hectic. You have to just do like these, but right now I can do like this. Alright, so this is the shadow from here and here. I did not make here because I'm sorry for that. So now this area will be dark, okay, light and then dark. Okay, this kind of light is known as reflecting light. it reflect from over this area to here, and this portion just reflect little bit, and the area that is above of that will be little bit darker, and the down area will also be darker. But over here, because of the light which is refracting, it will show little bit of less dark colors over here. So yeah, you know, learning about shadows is very, I guess, interesting. Maybe interesting. How how to pronounce interesting? Yeah, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to use little bit of dark blue over here for the shadow. Okay, because the shadow is just below that, so I'm using dark blue rather than any other color. Okay, just washing my brush. You know, this shadow just went very far because the light was here, so the shadow should be till this area only, so it went a little bit far. I'm sorry for that. Same goes for here. It have been little bit broader. It might have been like this, but now I have just increased the shadow. I'm really sorry for that. And going to use yellow over here. You know, now, you know, most I have seen many artists after this, they use patchwork because it look good. So let me also do a little bit of patchwork, which is also my specialty. Okay, then I will throw a little bit of highlights. Oh my goodness, it was too much. Oh yes. So I think you are seeing from the wrong angle. Like this is much better. I forgot this. Okay, I will just put it a little bit darker. Depth increased. Now it is like too much of depth over here. So I will throw a little bit of okay, so this is quite good. I can throw a little bit of green also, you know. After it is the stamp. Yep. That is not looking that good, but I'm sorry for that. I'm trying my best to learn and teach. No, I will say to learn. I can also maybe do a little bit something like this and this, then this. Okay, so you know that yeah, now this looks much better. From my angle it looks much better. I really don't know from the camera angle or what you will think, but from my side it is quite good. Let me put little bit of depth above of it also. I'm using green over here because you know green will reflect the like opposite colors of orange, and it will be a little bit of green. So yeah, I have choose green rather than choosing How I'm doing, I should just cover it entirely. Okay, so just little more to go. Little more. I'm sorry for that. The video have been too long. Just want to throw some of my patches, and that's it. Thank you.